What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in this video, please hit the thumbs up button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to check out any of my other movie reviews as well as my short films that I've created over the years. More to come on that. If you see my latest short film is Project Natalia, please check out the video before this one and get up to date with what is happening so far with that film. It's almost done, about 2-3 more scenes left, but right now some things had to be pushed back with that. But again, this is not about Project Natalia. It's about Black Adam, as you see in the title. And I will say it's meh. I would say 2.5, maybe 3 stars out of 5. You know, the thing with me, I love Dwayne Johnson's films. I love his acting. I feel like he's always the same character, to be honest, or at least the personality-wise and the way he acts. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I mean, I've seen a lot of his work, and he's definitely talented. But as far as the film itself, Black Adam, there's just so much that when I watch these films, especially DC, I mean, I'm a Marvel fan, but I'm not hating on DC. I like a lot of the characters from DC as well as, you know, Marvel. Like, I collect certain things. When I was collecting comics, I would collect certain things from DC, even though more so I was collecting Marvel. But, you know, I love seeing these characters come to life on the big screen, live action. And to be honest, you know, Black Adam is a character I never thought would get a solo film, but it's been in the works for a long time, and we finally got it. And it's, you know, it's exciting to see that, you know, it came true. I mean, it came to and it came true for Dwayne Johnson, because it was, you know, it's a passion project for him. But honestly, when it comes down to it, from what I know of Black Adam, and I know he's an anti-hero of sorts lately, but he was always a villain. And I think what I would have preferred was that he was more, within the film, more villain first, and then things happen to where he starts to become an anti-hero, because once it goes straight to it, he's already like a threat, considered a threat to the Justice Society. You know, it's Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Cyclone, and Atom Smasher. Amanda Waller calls them in to deal with him, and it's like, so you got ancient text that he destroyed a city and he seems a threat, but it's like you're automatically trying to attack him or hold him back, you know, just contain him without having this dialogue. Because I felt like throughout even the beginning, yeah, he's very aggressive and, you know, whatnot, but he's confused. He's just got out of 5,000 years of being contained, and he's in this world that he's not familiar with, and he's not just attacking anybody. Yeah, you know, the Justice Society doesn't believe in killing people, you know, giving them the due process of the court system and whatnot, jail time. But he just, if you're bad, I'm gonna kill you. But, you know, the way they went about handling him, I just felt like you guys aren't really. You're just trying to be like, well, you're coming with us, we're gonna put you in prison, instead of like talking to him about, you know, what's going on and really getting the idea of who this guy is. So that kind of bothered me, the way they just, you know, the character is just straightforward, wanting to just, you know, just put him into a prison. And, you know, when you're watching the film and the woman and the son, they can see that, you know, he's not that bad of a guy. Yeah, he's aggressive and he'll kill, but he, you know, for the mom character, the woman, he saved my life. Like, he has that mentality where he's not a bad guy. Like, he'll save me. Like, so I just felt like the writing in that wasn't, for me, I hope I made sense when it came to that, but I just felt like it wasn't handled better. They're just trying to stop him right away, and it's like, whoa, he's not even threatening this city that he just came out of, Kondak, you know, and whenever he was trapped in the past, he's not destroying this buildings and killing random people. He's just taking out these soldiers that are, you know, holding back the city that have infiltrated. And it's like, you know, what's going on here? Mind you, if this is happening within this city, why isn't the Justice Society or whoever handling these soldiers who are kind of oppressing these civilians? So that's something that just kind of bothered me with that. Also, you know, it was great to see Atom Smasher, but I just felt like he really didn't serve a purpose to be in the film. If you weren't really going to go into backstory with characters, if you're not going to do that at all, please don't show characters. I don't like when characters are introduced and they're just there, and that's usually what DC does with their films when it comes to this universe, I feel. You know, again, we have the first Suicide Squad I kind of felt like it did that, and I didn't like the Suicide Squad. I like the new one. Of course, there's a lot of characters, but I felt like they were handled better with what they were about. I don't remember that being done really for the original Suicide Squad film. But other than that, like visually, it's a beautiful film. I think for The Rock, if I had to say, out of all the characters that were introduced, heroes, I was invested more so with the backstory of Black Adam. But again, I just felt like Dwayne Johnson didn't do as bad of a job as I've been hearing. I like just the way his acting was, or the character. I would have wanted more. I feel like Black Adam is a little bit more animated in a way. I would have preferred that. But then again, that's part of his villainy side, I would say. From what I know in cartoons and whatnot. Hawkman is interesting, but his backstory within the comics is it changes a lot. So I really don't know who this guy is, other than that he has Hawk-looking helmet with wings. And from what I remember, he was a reincarnation. He gets reincarnated a lot. Like I wish they would have gone into his backstory. They didn't do that. Dr. Fate, cool. He's awesome. I would have preferred more of what he was about, who he is. I think he's like an archaeologist that found this helmet, but it's mentioned that when he puts on the helmet, he's possessed, but you don't see really any of that at all. It's like he's just this guy in the helmet who has abilities, magic and stuff. Like I wanted more from him, but he was cool. Atom Smasher and Cyclone, they were just there. There wasn't much to go about them. Cyclone, she's just spinning around and you see all the green in slow motion. I feel like that's all she did. Like, yeah, she'll have dialogue here and there, but there wasn't much to go with her. The same way with Atom Smasher. He's like the comic relief, but then he's getting big, out of the group. He get big and does what he does, or he messes up, and Hawkman's like, you and me, we're gonna talk when we get back. And it's like, the dynamic is there with the team. I just would have liked more backstory, and I get it. That's not what this film is about. It's about Black Adam and them trying to stop him. I just felt like certain decisions just wasn't for me. The villain, at one point he has this barrier. He's about to kill a kid, and then when he went to shoot the gun, he opens the barrier, and I'm like, why would he do that and risk these people trying to save him? But there was a reason for that. Again, this is a spoiler alert, as you see, so there was a reason for that. But there was another thing that I didn't like, was when Dr. Fate blocks off, the team from helping him. And my thing is that before he even was on the other side of the barrier, he was, behind his team. He did it, and then he appeared on the other side. When they wanted to save the kid, why didn't he appear before, appear on the other side of the barrier that the guy created? Like, there's no way he should have been stopped to just appear on the other side and took out the villains and that guy. So I just feel like there was just certain things. I just feel like I get it for story purposes, but the writing could have been done better, or something could have just been done better in different aspects. But again, for me, it was just like DC. It's a hit and miss for me when it comes to the universe building. Like I said, I like Aquaman. I like Man of Steel. It seems like we're gonna get a sequel to Man of Steel finally. I'm excited for that. Batman versus Superman. I liked it more than I thought I was, but when I keep thinking about it, I'm just like, it's not for me anymore. But I did like it at one point. Zack Snyder's Justice League is more entertaining than Justice League for Joss Whedon, which I didn't like. I do like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but again, to me, it's just like okay. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm really excited for The Flash. I'm excited for that. I know Batgirl was supposed to come out, and I really didn't care for it, but I was looking forward to seeing, Brendan Fraser again, and, Michael Keaton, and really seeing what they were taking that. But there's so much back and forth when it came to DC and the producers, executives, and all that. That right now it seems James Gunn is gonna be, heading the whole DC universe with another person, which it's James Gunn. I'm excited for James Gunn. He's awesome. So I think it's in good hands now, DC. And we have Henry Cavill back as Superman. That was a thing, as well. And now it seems like he's back, and Ben Affleck might be back. So it seems like it's going in the right direction. I just feel like they still need to work on character building for this universe. But again, if you've been following DC, and I do like the first Wonder Woman. The second one was better than I thought I'd like it, but again, it really wasn't that great. compared to the first one. But yeah, no, and then the Suicide Squad, James Gunn Suicide Squad was cool. I really like that film too. Birds of Prey, not really. I walked out of that one, but I feel like it just needs to have character building. This universe, don't just throw in characters for the sake of throwing characters. I hate that when it comes to film, like video game movies and stuff like that. But you know, I'm still excited to see where DC goes. You know, Marvel, people complain about Marvel that's falling off and this and that, and I love what Marvel's been doing. Has it been perfect in ways and areas? No, but most of the projects that they've put out, I will say I am a fan of. Don't really care for Eternals. I like what they're doing with, you know, the world and the characters, what they're trying to achieve. They open certain things up, but I didn't care for the film. And I didn't care for Thor: Love and Thunder. That's probably the only two projects that I did not care for out of the new phase of films after Endgame. So other than that, though, it's not about Marvel, but I'm just saying people like to compare and contrast, and it's like, don't do that, because these are two different projects, two different handlings, two different situations, and Marvel's way beyond where DC is at right now. Like, we don't need to be comparing. But yeah, I'm just saying I like how Marvel has this setup as far as character building is what I'm getting at. Like, I love what they've done so far, and I would love to see that for DC. But again, the solo projects for the DC universe, I really enjoy. You know, I like it a lot, and whether they'll combine now with the new whole James Gunn running everything and stuff like that, for, well, maybe not everything, but having a part in it of running stuff. Who knows if these solo projects, like the Batman that just came out with, you know, Robert Pattinson, and the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, the sequel that's coming, like, if anything is going to combine, that we'll get these actors in these films as these characters. I don't know, we'll see. But again, like I said before, if you like the DC film so far, you might as well just go watch it. Like, for me, it's meh. That's my opinion. It's not that bad of a film. You may enjoy it. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you've seen the film already and you're watching this video, you know, let's talk about it in the comics. Let me know what you disagree with, what you do agree with, what you would have liked to have seen. Do you think Dr. Fate is dead? Then again, you know, with all these characters, you know, Dr. Fate, I think there's multiple iterations of Dr. Fate to different people, so we may get him again, just somebody else. But yeah, let me know what you thought about the film, what things they could have handled better. Do you think that Black Adam should have been in the Shazam movie, which was originally the plan? And then The Rock was like, I don't want that. Dwayne Johnson said, I don't want that, from what I heard. But would you like to see Shazam show up with Black Adam and they're fighting? At this point, I feel like he's considered a hero and not a threat. Anti-hero and not a threat to be fighting Shazam, unless something is misunderstood. But you gotta get a real good writing to have this battle. So it seems like they're just gonna have Superman and Black Adam face each other, not Shazam. And Black Adam really was a Shazam villain. But we'll see what happens. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, hit that like button if you like the video, and hit that subscribe button as well. Till next time, later.